Hi guys, and welcome to All About the Philippines. So you're thinking about dating a Filipina, so you've obviously got your reasons why you want a Filipina. Maybe in your country you've failed relationships before and you've lost all faith in the women in your country. Maybe you just feel the values of a Filipina are in line with your own values and you want to see how that goes. Well, the question is, how do you find the right Filipina for you? And do you find that Filipina online or in person? Both those ways can be quite confusing and leaving people wondering, just how do I do this? Where do I start? In this video, I'm going to talk to you and give you some tips and hints on how you can do both ways, online and in person. So stay tuned. So we're going to quickly go through the online side of it first. So online is obviously a more modern way of dating, is online dating. And it's become very popular all around the world, and especially between Western men and Filipinas. Most Filipinas will have a phone these days where they can access these sites and meet a foreign man. In any dating, whether it's online or face-to-face, you need to be very careful, because some of these women are looking for scams and others are genuinely looking for a man. They might have a preference for a foreign man. It could be a Caucasian man, it could be a Afro-American man, it could be any type of preference, like we all have preferences. So just because she is looking for a particular type of man doesn't make her a scammer per se. So you need to take it on yourself to make sure that you're up on all the scams and what to look out for. You can check out the video I've done here so you're aware of all the scams going on in the Philippines. So with the online dating, there's so many sites and you think to yourself, well, which is good, which is not good? I have no idea, where do I even start with all these sites? Well, the thing is, you've got to investigate, you've got to look, but don't give your hard-earned money until you know that site is genuine and good. You can check reviews. You can talk to people in certain groups, like on YouTube. You can put in your comments, does anyone know about this particular online dating site? Anything like that. So by asking around online, you'll generally find an answer about that particular site. Now, some people might have differing opinions, which makes it even more confusing. So what I can tell you, running this channel here on YouTube, I've come across many men who have done online dating, and they've communicated with me on where they've found the most success in an online dating site. And I can point you straight to that now, which is Christian Filipina. I've heard so many good reviews about Christian Filipina from people who visit this site, and they tell me how good it is and how, yes, you still have to be careful on there, but the process becomes a lot more easy because you get more genuine women on that site. That's the feedback I'm getting. So I'm going to put a link below in the description on where you can check out Christian Filipina for free, and you can create an account for free and you can view thousands of profiles and then decide whether you want to join up. And the joining fees are quite good prices as well, and you can do installments on that. So check that out. If you don't feel that's a good fit for you, there are many other online dating sites that you can check out as well, and you still might have success there. So if you're the sort of person that feels like online dating is for you, then that's the way to do it. But if you're not, what do you do? The only other way really is face to face. So you get on a plane, you go to the Philippines, and you attempt to meet some women there. Now, really, the Philippines is a single man's paradise, is what you could call it. A lot of the women in the Philippines are very open to talking with and meeting a foreign man. A lot of the women there are very friendly there, but you've got to be careful you're not doing it in a real creepy way or anything. If you're going to meet a woman, you have to do it in a way that is not going to be scary to her. Remember, she doesn't know you, so you would need to approach her in a very non-threatening and gentle manner. But you'd be surprised just how many women in the Philippines will be open to sitting down, having a cup of coffee or a chat or even dinner with you. So the question becomes, where do you meet these women in the Philippines once you're there? So what I'm going to tell you straight up, the first place you don't meet them is in the bars. You don't go to the bars. The women working in the bars generally speaking, are there to make money. And some of them are making quite good money. So all they're really interested is getting your wallet. They're not really interested in a long-term relationship as such with you. So if you're planning on going and looking in the bars for genuine love, long-term love, the chances of becoming even more slim. So forget about that. The places you want to focus on are just places like shopping centres or walkways along the beach, or really any public area. Now that's a great start, because a woman won't feel threatened if you go up and say hello to her if you're in a public area. And all it might take is just a simple smile and hello, how are you? That's it. And the advantage in the Philippines is most of the people speak English, especially in the big cities. They're all fairly good English speakers, so they will understand what you're saying, and by her reaction you might get an idea whether or not she might be interested in you. Just from a simple hello, how are you? And she stops and she turns around, she smiles, she says, I'm very well, sir, how are you? Then you might strike up a bit more of a conversation with her, which might end in, you know, I'm going for a cup of coffee, would you like to come along? Just over the road there. And that's not taking her too far away from where she is. It's not like you're saying, oh, we've got to go on a jeepney ride 10 minutes this way, then a walk 5 minutes that way. You're saying, well, just go over the road and have a cup of coffee if you like, and have a bit of a chat, and then you can get to know each other. And you'd be surprised just how many women in the Philippines would be open to that suggestion. Or you might even say, well, how about we go out to dinner tonight? You know, I'll meet you at a certain place at a certain time. Now, remember that sometimes Filipino time is not like Western time. So if you say 6 p.m, she might not get there till 7 p.m. So that's something to bear in mind. So sometimes while you've got her right there, and she's open to it and she's got time, then you might say, let's go across the road for a cup of coffee. Now, other places you can meet plenty of lovely Filipinas is places like churches. Now, I know everyone's not into churches, but if you're looking for a genuine Filipina, then there's many of them in the churches, because religion is a very strong thing in the Philippines, and many of them do go to church on a Sunday. So that could be a great place where you go and you learn a bit about the religion and whatever else. You might already be religious and you might fit right in straight away. So that's a bonus as well. So you go to the churches, and that's where there'll be plenty of women, and you can start to slowly strike up conversations and friendships with these women. Who knows, you might find your perfect partner right there in the church, as I'm sure plenty of people have done, who have gone to the Philippines and found a future wife in the church just doing that same thing. Now, of course, you can ask around with friends, families, co-workers. So if you've got friends in your country, or family or co-workers who might know somebody who's actually dating a Filipina, or there might be a friend of a friend who's dating a Filipina or married to a Filipina, then you can ask around there. Maybe they've got sisters or nieces or whatever that are looking for a foreign partner. You could get hooked up straight away there before you even go, where you can have a meeting with that person and see how you get on. So that's worth trying. Put it out there to your friends and families and co-workers that you are thinking of going to the Philippines and finding a Filipina. The stigma's not there like it once was. People are becoming more open to that idea now, and understanding of why men are actually doing that. So, and finally, my final tip around this is sporting clubs or social groups. So in the Philippines, basketball's a big thing in the Philippines. Maybe not so many women play basketball, but I do notice a lot of the teams have cheerleaders and supporters there. You know, Filipinos in the crowd that will be waving and, you know, throwing their little pom-poms around in the air and all this sort of stuff. So that's another place you can look at, sporting places or social groups. If you find a social group you're interested in, that there might be Filipinas there who are also looking for a man just like yourself. So there's a few tips there, guys. So around the online or face-to-face dating, what's your preference? Put your comments below on what you prefer or what you've done in the past. I'd like to hear all that. Let's remain respectful as always in the comments, and don't forget to share the video around and all your networks, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell to get more videos. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I appreciate all your support. Take care, and bye for now.